Hi, I'm Dr. Ted Plimpton, a clinical psychologist who is part of the integrated behavioral health team here at Northampton Area Pediatrics. And I'm excited and pleased to be offering a program to help any of you who may have an anxious child. The program is called SPACE, Supportive Parenting for Anxious Children's Emotions. This is a program developed by Eli Leibowitz from the Yale Child Study Center. And one of the distinctive features of this program is that it just focuses on how you, as a parent, respond to your child's anxious behavior. And interestingly, it's been shown to be as effective as any individually oriented therapy that your child might receive. So let me explain a little bit more, and let's see if this is something that might be helpful for you. And so in the space group or program, we are not actually involving your child. It's just you guys. Now, I know this may seem a little strange. How are we going to help your child if we're not directly talking to him? But um, how you as parents respond to your child's anxiety played a critical role. And if you think about it, how you respond to your anxious child is a little counterintuitive. As parents, when we have an anxious child, well, by the way, as I certainly have and been there and done that, um, our natural inclination is to provide reassurance. It's what we do best. It comes naturally. And if our child has a problem, we can jump into problem solving mode all too quickly. However, this jumping into kind of reassurance and providing reassurance, which comes so naturally to us, actually has been shown repeatedly to sustain anxiety and to actually make it worse. It provides a short-term fix, but those anxious questions perhaps just keep on coming back over and over again. So in the space program, we're trying to kind of target that element of anxiety and, and do something. Okay. So let's look at some of the ways in which anxiety involves you guys as parents and those elements of anxiety that are really the focus of the space program. So most basic is reassurance seeking. Questions such as, Mom, are you sure this food isn't poisoned? And you may notice that with an anxious child, you can provide, no, it's perfectly fine. But that never seems to be enough. The child's sort of a bottomless pit of asking those same questions repeatedly. Or another very common question, might be, do you think I'm going to throw up today? Could you take my temperature? And that may happen multiple times a day, several times a week, whatever. But we know that we're in the land of anxiety when one statement of reassurance really doesn't work. And that is what we focus on in the kind of space program, because we know that the more we repeatedly answer those questions, we are giving credibility and credence to the idea that the child has a legitimate worry. So in a very systematic and careful way, we help you develop a different response to those anxious behaviors. The term that's used in the space kind of treatment program is the role of family accommodation, the way in which you have made exceptions or special provisions to accommodate your child's anxiety. And we need to kind of be really kind of clear that we're not saying that you are to blame or to cause your child's anxiety. But inadvertently, just because we're parents, we may be, without meaning to, sustaining the conditions for anxiety to thrive in your household. And here on this slide, we just note that there's certainly many different ways in which we can accommodate or make special exceptions for your anxious child. We might not take any anxiety that in any way would provoke your child. Your child is afraid of the ocean, you don't go to the beach. Or it may be for any number of reasons, having guests over your house makes your child kind of anxious. So we're looking at ways to decrease that accommodation and in turn decrease your child's anxiety. So what I like about this approach is we can accomplish a lot in a short amount of time. Eli Leibowitz has written a very accessible book that outlines this approach that I would certainly recommend anybody who wants to participate in this program purchase. We are going to have 5 sessions, 5 group sessions, and then some individual meeting with you as parents to kind of fine tune your approach to your child. So if you'd like to learn a little bit more about this approach, I interview Eli Leibowitz, the founder of the SPACE program, on my podcast, Your Anxious Child, 5-Minute Solutions. It's episode 27. So I hope you'll listen to that. So if this is of interest, email me at Northampton Area Pediatrics, and we'll have a schedule a brief phone call to see if this is a good match for your situation. As I think I mentioned, this is going to take place over Zoom, and there will be accompanying kind of handouts and videos, very brief videos, as we go along for each of the meetings. So thank you for your attention, and look forward to potentially hearing from you.